Hello everybody, this is Team Nabu Pax coming at you with 5 reasons you should run Pot of Desires. I know this card is a topic of controversy and most decks do not want to play this card and most players don't want to play this card. But recently it has become more and more accepted in the field of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's still there's still hesitant people about it, and I know because I have some people around me who are hesitant about playing this card. I'm currently playing it right now, and it's definitely works for me. It pulls me in when I need it the most. So let's start with top 5. 5, if you're running anything that has sets of 3 and that sets of, or you're running multiple sets of 3, you're never going to banish all 3 copies. Never. That is almost impossible. If you do banish all 3 copies, that was just bad luck. That was bad luck. But it's literally impossible to banish all 3 copies. So that's an argument that most people have. What if I banish this? What if I banish that? Well, if you're running 3 copies, then you're good. You're safe. You probably won't banish it. And if you're only running 1, then luck of the draw. Number 4. It does cut your deck down and does make it where you're able to, if you're about to pull nothing but bricks from your deck, or you're not going to pull into the part of the deck you need, so do, and your next card you can play is 10 cards down. You now have that card because you draw 2. But what if someone ashes me? Then even if that card is still right there, you still have next turn. If you survive. I understand that some decks out there are easy to OTK and FTK with, so good luck. Number 3. It is one of the better draw engines in the game, and it does help you cut down a lot of cards that if you don't plan, if like you have a bunch of filler cards, or you have cards that you're running because you don't have the cards that you need, and you really don't want to draw into them, and you don't really want them, but they're what makes your card a 40 card deck. It can take those cards that you don't want, banish them, and then leave you nothing but the cards you do want. Because I know a bunch of people that have a lot of fillers in their decks because they do not have what they need to finish the deck. And they don't like running proxies, they don't like running set cards, and certain cards are just not their playstyle. So they go and they just decked in a bunch of cards that don't really fit the deck's synergy, but it works well enough where it works around the deck. So they have it, but it's not the greatest. So 4 reasons. The 4th reason you should run Pot of Desires. Do we really need to continue this? But if we must, you get to draw 2 cards. After all is said and done, you do banish those 10, but you do get the top 2 of your deck. So it works out most of the time, and most of the time it does give you what you need. I don't run more than 2 in a deck because I think 3 is bricky, and sometimes I don't even run 2 because I think 2 is bricky in certain decks. I only side deck Pot of Desires most of the time, including Dark Magician, Dinos. I'm mainly side decking Pot of Desires, because these decks I don't think need it, because I have a draw and a search engine in these decks, so therefore I do not need to add in another draw or search engine. And number one reason to run Desires, because the card is actually really good. It may not fit well, and it may spark up a bit of controversy because you have to get rid of 9 cards, but when those 9 cards are said and done, you still get to draw those 2, and you still get to have a playable hand if you didn't at the beginning. So, like in the new cards that are going to come out, Sky Fangs, Brandish Witch, Troymore's, all that. Some of these decks, because they do not have a personal search engine, are going to need Pot of Desires, Card of Demise, just cards to help you find your combo pieces. And if you cannot find those combo pieces off of that draw, you're closer to them. So that is Team Nabu Pack's idea of why you should run Pot of Desires. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and that'll be it. I'm signing off. Right.